Warning. The Michael Decon program is a variety entertainment show whose host and co-host have a sense of humor and are not weighed down by the pressures of political correctness, proper pronouns, or views enforced by the left or right parties. The views on the Michael Decon program are not meant to reflect or incite hatred or conflict. If you're easily offended and lack a sense of humor which allows you to laugh at yourself, we strongly urge you not to listen to this broadcast.
And welcome back, boys and girls, for another special edition of the Michael Decon program. What is going on? Did you miss us? Well, we have returned yet again, boys and girls. This is going to be a good one, I promise. And of course, I am joined by a very special man by the name of Mr. Mike Hideous. Let's bring him right on in. And Mike, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I am good. I'm just trying to avoid that helicopter that's flying above my home.
Oh, that's what. Okay. I heard that. I thought it was like a race car or something like.
Yes, you got to be careful out here. You got to be very careful out here.
How are you?
I'm good. Just good. Trying to stay low before the world falls apart.
I think we're too late, my friend.
It's happening already.
What a mess.
What a
mess.
Oh, it's a mess, all right. And I'm glad you're here, Mike. Welcome back to the program. It's been just a few days since we've done one of these little things here.
Indeed.
This little shindig here.
Indeed.
And Mike, I got to be honest, I'm not in the best of moods here.
Why is that, Michael?
I'm just fired up.
What are you fired up about?
Everything. Life.
Yeah, okay.
Life in general. I'm just a very angry, bitter man right now.
You know, you're right. You know, and there's plenty of things to be annoyed at. That's what's been happening,
right,
in the country and how it's affecting people in this country. Damn shame.
It is.
It's a hot diggity damn shame.
It's a mother.
It is a frigger.
But I mean, things could be worse. You know, I could be looking like Madonna.
Oh, don't get me started.
Well, I mean, we're already starting here.
Oh, right. Okay. We're doing a show now. I forgot.
Yeah, we're live. I'm like, this is the show. Yeah. So, Mike, I'm glad you're here. We have lots to discuss here. And of course, I just mentioned how the world is at war, basically, and the Russians, the North Koreans, everyone is ready to dance.
Oh, yeah.
And they are ready to drag us in. And, you know, I am someone rather, that is sort of against war. However, we are being dragged into it yet again. And folks, get ready. We will be seeing another war. When is the question, though, Mike?
And the big thing is that this is not going to be some little war. This is going to be, if things play out correctly, this may be World War III. And I'm not trying to get people worked up or scared. All I'm saying is that based on the fact that China, which is a world power, the USSR, which is a world power, and the USA, which is a world power, are kind of like, well, we've got the two of them pointing their guns at us, and they're threatening us without even worrying about it.
Everyone's talking that shit right now, Mike.
That's right. And with the shooting down of that balloon, the fact that it was a spy balloon that went completely over our country, and we did nothing about it, that's China testing us.
You think they're testing the waters? A lot of people think that.
There's no doubt about it.
Right.
There's no doubt about it, Michael. The Taliban did the same thing. The Russians did the same thing. And we, with President Corpse, we do nothing.
President Corpse, I like that.
I'd like to just give a big FU to JB.
Who's JB?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Ah, I see. Well, yes, I understand that. The little inside jokes that we have here, there's a lot of insider things that go on here. And Mike, you know, I did want to read some emails from our listeners, some of the hate mail, but we have so much of that. We can't even, we're going to have to do a whole program just on the hate mail alone.
I'm sorry. Tyler Fleming's out there. He said Spy Society Balloon 23.
For those that don't get that reference, that's the name of Mike's band. And Tyler is making a ha-ha.
That's a good one, Tyler.
That's pretty good.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't
I
worry.
didn't mean to interrupt you, but that was funny. I thought.
That is pretty funny.
Spy Society balloon.
Yeah, Spy Society Balloon 23. It's a good band name.
We know who you are.
We know who you are. And yes, Lilith, I love me some hate mail as well. We just have too much of it to get into. Lots of people still very angry over things we said a long time ago. And I think these are people that don't really follow or listen to the show exactly. They don't really understand the show.
Have you recently gotten some?
All the time.
Really? All the time, like recently. What happened recently?
Oh, well, these are shows from the past. These are shows that we did maybe like a year ago. Hopefully that one cunt is listening to the show, the one who was driving cross country, Mike.
Oh my God! Remember that? Oh,
Get her all worked up again.
That was crazy.
Well, she had to hear every hour, driving, listening to the program, hoping that it would change.
That was classic. It really was.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she's listening.
You think?
Probably.
Somehow I doubt it.
No, I think she is. Can you even imagine that? It's a pretty far distance she drove listening to the show.
I think she was binging on it, right?
Yeah.
Listened to a bunch of shows and then said you were like a sellout or something.
I have no idea what she was saying. It made zero sense, but that was classic. That was classic. And if anybody wants to call in, that number is 424-666-2425. Don't be afraid to call in. We'd like to talk to you. We are going to be talking about a lot of things here tonight. We're just sort of getting warmed up here, putting our feet in the water, going slow.
Yeah.
Try not to bust our balls too hard.
All a buster.
Don't you hate that when you get into some cold water and, you're not wearing underwear, you're just wearing some swimming trunks and your balls touch the water and it's freezing cold. I mean, that's how I feel right now.
Oh,
my balls are cold.
Oh, well, cup them.
My balls are being frozen right now, Mike. Sorry to be so graphic with all of you, but that's just how I'm feeling.
Yeah, apparently.
Right, that's how I feel when I read those emails.
Oh.
It's not a good feeling. Scary. It's scary like Madonna's face staring into my soul right now. That's the face of war.
That is a frightening.
What happened to her?
She went Michael Jackson on us.
I'm not trying to spend the entire program talking about this, but, people were asking me if I watched the Grammys, if I did this, if I did that. And, please, I don't watch that shit. Can you imagine me watching the Grammys?
Yeah, me too. I don't.
Come on.
The only thing that I really enjoyed watching was Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais, is that his name?
Well, if you like him so much, why don't you marry him? I've been wanting to say that for a while. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, anyway, like I was about to say.
Yes.
No, I like his comic work.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Absolutely. Well, he doesn't hold back is the thing,
Yeah.
He really lets loose. So I kind of enjoy that.
For sure. But yes, the Grammys, I don't watch that. But people were asking me nonstop what I thought about this, what I thought about that. But I got to be honest, what I did watch, however, were clips of this wacky event with all these sick and twisted people that are idolized by millions of people around the world, though, Mike.
Yeah, this is true.
Famous people are kind of disgusting to me, Mike.
Yes, they are.
Got to be
Most
honest.
of them, not all of them, not all of them.
A lot of them are, though. I mean, most, I would
A lot.
say. I would say 75% of them are just disgusting.
Well, you know what it is? It's a whole different world out there.
It's a phony
so
world.
liberal. Exactly. It's like when I remember.
They all have to kiss each other's asses constantly.
Yeah.
Oof.
When I went to LA in Hollywood back in like the first time I went out there to do some scoping out to see if my band could play out there, and I met up with one of the popular bands out in LA, London After Midnight, and a few other people that were all part of that scene. This was 1991, and there was one thing that I noticed. It's a clique, and everybody who is from somewhere else,
Right,
who lives in California, it was a different sort of clique. I stood out like a sore thumb. I really did.
well, I mean, of course, you're a black Italian. You'd stick out anywhere, Mike.
Indeed.
Yeah, you look like a Tim Burton character walking around.
Mm.
Was that too far?
No, not at all.
I'm not. That's pretty accurate, though. Well, you're wearing all black. I mean, I do the same thing. I'm not. It's not like I'm coming from a cold, mean place. I mean, I look. I'm wearing all black. I look like I'm gonna mug someone. I look like I'm a bank robber. And now I hear the birds.
Now they're aware of me doing the show.
Yes, they are excited that we're here and we're doing it, keeping them company. Love the birds, Mike. Never change.
Thank you.
Yeah. It says, we have a Karen here in the chat room, by the way. Karen is saying, famous people are dead. We are the beautiful New Hollywood, and Decon is more famous than all of them combined.
Wow.
Well, I don't know about all that.
It's true.
I'm not famous at all. Matter of fact, I always laughed when people would say that I was trying to become famous. Are you retarded? You must be.
You are famous.
Fame is not something you should want. You don't want that kind of attention. You don't.
It's a hard life. I don't know if I could live like that, because there's so many phony people that just kiss ass simply because it's a politically correct thing to do. It's politics in Hollywood is what it is.
And by the way, I wasn't calling Karen retarded. I'm just saying the people that assume that. I would say you are retarded. I'm not trying to become famous. Trust me, if I was trying to become famous, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I'd be doing something like Alex Stein.
Get out.
Trying to get all kinds of attention, trying to be a troll and do these sort of things. I mean, we're already trolling in a way here. Having fun, doing a show, talking shit. I mean, we're not trying to become famous. Or at least I'm not.
Just doing the thing.
Yeah. That's right. But I have been stalked for years, Mike, even before I even had a show. You don't need to be famous to be stalked. And trust me, I have PTSD from it. Okay, maybe not.
That's so.
No, maybe that's a little too extreme. I exaggerate. I'm exaggerating for sure. But yeah, I can't even imagine what it would be like to have all that unwanted attention. I mean, good Lord. And thank you.
Ask yourself
and
what
thank
it was
you.
like for Michael Jackson when he was so,
yeah,
acclaimed, acclaimed star.
That's a whole different level of fame that most people on this earth will never achieve. That's a really different kind of fame there. But yeah, he had it pretty rough being that famous where, you can't go anywhere without people trying to tip your car over and do this or do that to you. I mean, his staff even had to rent out a sort of grocery store just so he could sort of get that experience. And it was filled with like his people.
Yes, I saw that actually on the internet recently.
It's pretty mind-blowing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the next level fame I'm talking about.
kind of weird.
Screw that, man. That is no joke. But yes, all these people at the Grammys, they experience that sort of fame, or they have achieved that level of fame, just like Madonna. And we are sort of looking at the product of fame. And what do you get for being in Hollywood for so long? You get spit out, just like Madonna is here.
But if I may,
Go ahead, Mike. Don't be scared now.
I think it has to
Sorry.
do with the personality of the performer. For example, you cannot compare someone like Madonna to someone, say, in a band like, oh, I don't know, Queens of the Stone Age, Rage Against the Machine, a band like of that nature with more of an attitude.
I think, but the Queens of the Stone Age, I mean, I think only one of them is actually sort of quote unquote famous. I mean, the other guys in the band aren't really, I mean, no one's taking their photo anywhere.
And be that as it may, all I'm trying to say is,
sorry, I just thought about that right now.
You could be like, for example, let's take, for example, the band Perfect Circle or Tool. There's just no comparison between them and Madonna. Madonna is a top 40 hit performer. Tool and Perfect Circle are a rock band who, they're like, fuck you. We're not going to do what you tell us. But Madonna is a different type of personality. She works in a business where you work with producers and directors and people who are going to help you get your song to be a top 40 hit.
Wait a minute. Who did you mention right now? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. What band did you just say?
Tool and Perfect Circle.
And Perfect Circle. Okay.
Yeah, you see the difference, what I'm trying to say here? A band like that, they're not going to compromise and work with people that are going to produce them in a sense like, oh, we're going to make you more famous. In other words, like, how do I explain this? When NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys came about, they were working with writers who wrote the music for them, dance coordinators, directors, and people that are trying to make as much money off of you as you want to make for yourself. A band like Tool and Perfect Circle and Rage Against the Machine and a big rock band, Marilyn Manson, they don't do that. They're true artists. Now, I'll probably get hammered for like saying that Madonna isn't a true artist. I mean, I'll admit there's one song, or actually one album that I liked that she did with that band, The Orb.
That had you danced? You were singing that in the shower?
Yeah.
A little bit? It's all right if you were. I mean, we're not going to judge you. I wouldn't judge you. I mean, I'm not here for that.
I think the song is called Like a Ray.
Like a Ray?
Is that it?
Is that like the later years of Madonna?
No, it was only about 20 some years ago.
Oh, you're like, it's only 70 years ago. Oh, yeah, Mike, don't worry. It's only 90 years ago. Yeah, back in 1920 it was.
You know what? I'm not talking to you. Forget it. You can do the show on your own.
Yeah, it's over. Oh, well, folks, I guess we got to go home now.
Good night.
Good night, folks. Guess the show's over.
No, you know what I mean, though, right?
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes.
There's a difference between mainstream, like look at Beyonce. Look at when Michael Jackson was alive. All these mainstream top 40 hit type performers. I don't even know some of their names because I just don't listen to them.
Don't worry, I'm right there with you.
Right. Ray of Light. Thank you, Dr. Detroit.
Ray of Light. Okay.
It's a great song. I like it. But that's when she was working with a band called The Orb, which is like almost like a techno band. I have Orb CDs. They were good. They were a good band, electronic band. And then she worked with them. They did Ray of Light, which was a really big hit for her.
Yeah, that was in 98.
Was it not? Wow, damn.
Yeah, I'm like, when was that? But yeah, I looked it up right now.
25 years ago.
1998, yes. It might have been 50 years ago, in my opinion. Might as well.
Yeah, a little whippersnapper.
That's a long
Anyhow.
time ago, but yes.
So there's just a difference in the bands that do top 40 work. They're in my opinion,
They're disgusting.
Less. I think they're less. I shouldn't say that. I'll get ridiculed for that. They are what they are, but they are not rock and roll. All right, let's put it that way.
Well, of course not.
Rock and roll has more of an attitude. They're not the Jim Morrisons and the Jimi Hendrix and the Nirvanas of the day, that of their eras. These are people who do music and perform. I mean, they don't play instruments.
Yeah, and this is what happens to you.
Around.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, in some cases they even lip sync.
Well, yeah. Of course.
You're not going to find that at a Kiss concert,
Well, you never know. They might be using the backing track live sometimes. Who knows?
No.
Do you think that Eugene's up there singing?
Eugene?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Eugene?
I'm calling him a Eugene.
Oh. Oh, you mean Eugene Simmons?
Yeah, Gene. Right. Yeah, Eugene Simmons. I
know what you were talking about.
For those who don't know, Eugene is a Jew who wants to be Italian.
He hangs out with Carrot Top.
Does he?
When I saw the Gene Simmons,
that'd be embarrassing.
Show,
he actually was hanging out with Carrot Top. That's kind of embarrassing.
Well, I'm telling you, I was watching the Gene Simmons family show, the live.
Wow.
That live show that they had, like the Osbournes, and one day Gene Simmons was like stuck at the airport, so he had to call his neighbor, Carrot Top or Carrot Head, whatever his name is, and Carrot Top Head went over to pick him up at the airport. And that was the first time I saw Carrot Head's. Is it Carrot Head or Carrot Top?
It's Carrot Top, Mike. It's been Carrot Top since 1998.
Exactly. When that Ray of Light album.
Yeah, exactly. Madonna named him.
It just goes to show you I'm not a fucking fan. So it was the first time I saw his implant biceps, and he went to pick up Gene Simmons, and they're these people. They're well, maybe not Gene Simmons. I mean, he does make a lot of money, but he still has a lot to say about the establishment, and I kind of respect that about him.
I still think he's a retarded.
He's a retarded?
He's a retarded man.
He's a retard.
He's a retard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have any control over what we say, and we take no responsibility.
No, he's not a retard at all. He's actually a very savvy businessman.
Beyond.
He's a Eugene.
I mean, anybody who can sell a Kiss coffin has got to be a fucking genius.
You're right. A Kiss coffin. I can't even imagine.
I'm going to make Empire hideous coffins.
You see what fame does?
Mm-hmm.
Makes you buy coffins that it makes you buy a coffin for a loved one that probably doesn't even like Kiss. I'm sure it's happened.
See, now I could say the same thing with the Misfits. Now the Misfits have played arenas in the last 10 years, and they're making millions of dollars between themselves, and they're still not a sellout band. There's no possible way anybody could say to me Glenn Danzig is a sellout because he's playing arenas. No. The guy has been working since 1977 as a performer. He deserves what he got, as well as the rest of the band. I'm happy for them. I really am. But I'm also not going to pay $250 to see them in a concert.
Why would you?
I shouldn't. I was in a fucking band.
That is crazy. Who pays for that shit?
I was supposed to be in this documentary film that they were making on the Misfits, and of course Glenn Danzig shut it down.
Oh, did he? Was he angry?
He wanted to be in control, like he is with everything else. He didn't want the documentary being done without his authority on what he wanted put in it. And when you're doing a big documentary like that, there are a lot of contracts that involve certain artistic rights, and Glenn wanted them all, as he always does.
They should have called that guy from the Northside Kings who punched
who punched
Danzig
him in the face.
Yeah, who knocked him out.
That was hardcore, bro. I saw that like 100 times. I watched that.
I watched that many times. That was a long, long time ago. That was
I asked him about that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did Glenn say about that?
I was talking to him on the phone. I said, Glenn, what the fuck happened? He said he got sucker punched. He's like, he sucker punched me. I don't think it was a sucker punch. He was right in front of him. He just went, like, after Glenn pushed him, the guy just let into him. Bang! And he was over, what, 6 foot tall, or at least close to it, right?
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. The front man, I think his name is like Danny or something, if I recall correctly. But yeah, he's a big dude out of Arizona. He's a big, heavy-set man, a very tall, heavy-set man. And Danzig is he's a smaller, he's a short guy. And, he got knocked out. And that video is all over the place.
Yeah, well, Oof. Of course. I mean, Glenn had been seen in many situations where he was starting trouble with people who were starting trouble with him, and he'll jump off the stage and just pound somebody. But that was the first time I ever saw him get clobbered. He
got destroyed with one punch.
A lot of people were really shocked.
Yeah. He went down. He went down faster than Building 7. Way faster. Dang.
I'll say.
Yeah, so goddamn. It was something else. Yes, it was something else to watch. Glenn Danzig collapsed like that on the ground. It was one of those moments, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Michael's watching that on repeat.
Yes, as Tyler Fleming says, Mike watched Danzig get knocked out 10,000 times.
10,000 times.
Why. I don't know why 10,000, but okay, Tyler, if you feel that way, SOB. Yes. No, I'm kidding.
Well, back to the crooks at hand, Mike. And again, as everyone can see on the cover of this episode, we have a nice photograph of one Madonna. Yes, look at her. Look into her eyes, people. Look at that face. Look at that hair. Look at that jaw.
And mind you,
lips.
people, the picture Michael has up is with her with makeup on. I saw a picture of her just recently without the makeup, and it's horrifying.
Did you need to be baptized?
You can't redo that for me. I'm already baptized in fire.
We need to baptize you again. And my God, but yes, I don't know what the hell she did to herself, but Hollywood and fame have turned her into an alien.
Mm-hmm.
She looks extraterrestrial, Mike.
Right, yeah, Michael Jackson.
This is Michael
what happens
Jackson.
When people are so vain and cannot handle the fact that they are growing older and they're not, 28 anymore or 25, like me.
Like Mike. You're still young, man.
I'm gonna get some plastic surgery done.
Are you?
Yep.
You're coming out to California to get that done?
Yep.
Right.
You know any penis enlargement places out there?
I don't know, but we can make a call for you.
Because I want to get a penis like right on my forehead.
You could probably do that these days. You could say you identify as a unicorn.
A flesh unicorn.
Right. I still want to know which woman it was that got into her head and told her that, she had to look like the female version of Ron Perlman.
Is it my imagination or are her ears sagging?
They look like they're sagging. Yeah, they do. Those ears look a little paranormal right now.
When I saw the picture of her without the makeup, she had the hairstyle the way it is before she put the makeup on, and I really had to ask myself, who is this Swiss Miss cover?
Yikes!
Kid from Holland, or this Dutch-looking woman. Or who is this person? I could not tell, and then I read the caption, which said Madonna.
That said, Madonna, and then your dreams came crashing down.
Yeah, she's got a saggy ear.
Ooh. A saggy ear.
Ear sag.
Ear sag. I mean, that's going to happen to all of us. I mean, eventually we're going to have saggy ears too.
Look closely where her ear is, okay? Right to the left of the braid by her ear, the big braid. Look at that little dimple. That's from, I bet you that has to do with all the scar tissue from getting her face pulled back.
Getting her face pulled back and stapled.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Pulled back and stapled.
Like a horror movie.
Weird scarring. Like a what?
Like a horror movie. Like a horror movie.
Oh, poor Madonna. Does she have like a grill in her mouth? Like
I think so.
With diamonds?
She's got some sort of a gimmick like that going on, yes.
Can I tell you something?
You could, Mike, you don't have to say that to me or anyone else. You could just be blunt and go right on out with it, Mike. You know, we are here together. You know, we are brothers, and you know, we're back to back fighting the good fight here, taking down the haters, the scumbags, the degenerates, the gang stalkers, all of them. We are slowly burning them one by one, piece by piece. Go ahead, Mike.
All I wanted to say in reference to the grill that Madonna has.
The grill.
Whoa, what's that picture?
That's Ron Perlman.
The beast.
That's right. Ron Perlman, just in case you forgot. And again, Ron Perlman, another unfortunate looking bastard.
He's the guy from Name of the Rose, right?
Right. The only man who didn't need makeup to play the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, Mike. He just showed up. Here's
the funny thing about you putting that picture up right now. I just watched, I think, what was his first movie called Quest for Fire in like 1980.
Quest for Fire.
Yeah, it's a film without words.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Kind of like a. Have you ever seen it?
A film without words. That's like a.
Yeah, there's no dialogue.
I was going to say it's something really awful right now, but go ahead.
Anyway,
yes.
It's funny that you brought this up because I was just watching a movie yesterday that was his first film, I think. Anyway, back to what I was getting at with Madonna's grill.
How dare you?
In 2004 or 5, I wanted to get like a silver. I wouldn't say it would be a grill, but like I had a friend of mine, this guy Jason, who was in a band, and he had this thing on his teeth. It was his left front tooth, and then the two teeth after that, the canine and the incisor, that he had a silver grill over it, just silver.
Oh.
It looked like he had silver. And I always wanted that. I thought that was so freaking badass. But then I had my teeth knocked out in 2013, obviously.
Yeah, well, you can still do it
anymore.
I mean, you probably could. Maybe.
You think?
Maybe, yeah. And then you could just become a rapper.
I thought so. Well, I'm not going to get the diamonds. I just wanted silver. Usually they get gold and diamonds. I'm not into gold or diamonds.
Yeah, you're not into that mess.
No, I'm just into silver and, crack.
Yeah, you're not that Italian. You're not into gold.
I'm not into crack, people. That was a joke.
Yes, it's just a joke.
I meant like a rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, diamonds, rocks.
Right, and yes, another photograph of Ron Perlman just to refresh the mind there. Yes, he's very not good looking, Mike.
He's a hard looking man.
He's rough on the eyes.
He might be.
Yeah.
I still think he's a good guy.
Of
I would
course.
hang out with him.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy. He's a very successible actor. I'm not hating on the guy.
Very successful.
I'm just saying he looks like he's had some work done on his face too.
Yep.
But unfortunately, he was born that way.
You think so? I disagree. I disagree.
No, I'm saying he naturally is born this way, Mike.
Look at those eyes. He's got really nice eyes, huh?
Yes, those very hypnotic blue eyes that are just staring into our soul right now. But
most Hollywood actors have to have blue eyes. It's part of the cult.
It's part of the Illuminati. My God. These two people scare the hell out of me, by the way. Now I have them.
Are you kidding? Come on. He's not that scary.
He's pretty paranormal looking. That's an ugly man.
More scarier than he is.
They are both ugly.
Okay, all right. We'll have to agree to disagree.
You want to marry him now?
I think he's pretty cool. I don't mind his looks. I think and I think it's because he's such a great actor.
Because you want to date him.
He, he was in another movie called Pacific Rim, which was about these monsters.
Oh, that
these
movie
giant monsters.
sucked shit.
Did you know
Pacific Rim, come on.
I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was cool. The special effects I liked.
That shit out of here.
Yeah,
Pacific
I know. A lot of people
Rim, come on.
I get it. Go ahead and mock me. I don't care.
Pacific Rim, Mike, come on.
Yeah.
Mike,
I thought it
you're
was
fired.
A porno movie.
You're fired now. Pacific Rim.
I thought it was a porno movie.
I know. You thought you were gonna get a rim job. Pacific Rim. You thought it was a movie, a long porn about a rim job with Madonna and Ron Perlman.
Wait, out in the Pacific.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That is awful.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am, actually. I'm kind of embarrassed that I said that.
Tyler says he's a hardcore leftist.
He is.
I had no idea.
He is very progressive, I heard.
Most Hollywood actors are Democratic, PC, liberal left.
Yeah, they're leftists. Very into sharing their wives, their girlfriends, their own kids.
Satanists.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people were calling the Grammys, a big Satanist event. And, Mike, I wanted to ask you these sort of questions. You are a Satanist, but when people say you are a Satanist, they don't understand that there's different sort of ideologies behind quote unquote Satanism, just like there's different ideologies in quote unquote Christianity. There's different little groups of different Christians that believe different orthodox things and shit. And, Satanists are basically the same. But a lot of people were saying, well, this event, they didn't even care. The Grammys was this big sort of a ritual thing that was going on. That's what the conspiracy theorists are saying. But do you blame them, Mike? I mean, look at all these crazy people. I mean, we have Ron Perlman here that looks like, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast without any makeup on. Again, he looks pretty demonic.
You're so cruel.
I'm just telling the truth here. And then we have Madonna here that looks like, again, a demon. Just look at this thing here, Mike. Look at this demon in front of us. It's pretty wild.
And yet I can casually and calmly sit here and say neither one of them look nearly as bad as what Michael Jackson did to his face.
Well, that is another level of being shameful of everything about you and just having such a low self-esteem that you would want to alter yourself so much to look like E.T.
Yeah. To go from a black guy to a white guy.
A black guy to a white alien.
A white alien, exactly.
A white alien guy.
With a nose that just looked like it caved in. I mean, why would you do that to yourself?
He looked fine as a black guy. He used
to have an afro. Then he had like straight hair. I mean, what happened?
I thought he looked fine as a black guy.
I thought he looked great as a black guy.
Exactly. So I don't understand why he would have to alter himself like that. I thought that was a little ridiculous in my opinion. I thought, dude, you look fine. You don't need to do that to yourself. But, some people, things get in their head and they start doing all this crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to happen in life. People do crazy shit all the time. And Michael Jackson, unfortunately, fell down that dark sort of a hole there.
Yep. Yeah, they're all like so many Hollywood actors and the big time celebrities. It's like a cult. It's this whole different personality that you have to adapt in order to fit in with that crowd, which is why I would never have been I would never have been like a famous rock star or somebody who did like top 40 shit. I could never do it.
I couldn't either. I
can't give in.
I'm with you on that one. I mean, I was trying to get a gig, a radio gig out there in New York, and I was going to work remotely from here. But they wanted me to get jabbed, Mike. Even remotely.
Wait, wait, stop. Hold on. Why would you have to get jabbed
I
if
don't
you're
know.
working in California remotely?
I have no idea. It was from this radio station in New York. That's why I always thought, people in New York have lost their goddamn minds. I'm like, are you serious? This is retarded now.
You think so?
But yeah, I mean, I could have been making pretty decent money playing top 40 bullshit on the radio in New York, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine me being on there though at all? I mean, I would lose that job during the first week. I mean, I couldn't resist. I'd be like, yeah, this is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're so great. Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah.
What kind of show was it, Michael? Was it a talk show or was it music?
It was just the top 40. It was somewhat of a popular station. I got to go back and look, but it was definitely in the top sort of top market out there.
Yeah. So
Scam likely says your voice would give them monkeypox. Well, that's the goal.
Aside from this gig that you're talking about right now, would you ever do a radio show where maybe you need the money or something like that? Would you do a radio show where you were just being paid to be a generic DJ to play crap music? The
way money's working right now, I would go for the goddamn job at this point.
Okay.
But I'm too outrageous for that. I'd screw it up, Mike. I would start making fun of the bands.
I guess I can honestly say then you're a better man than I am, because I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I wouldn't last, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's like with me and the Misfits. I couldn't conform to what they wanted because I had my own style. But Jerry was such a control freak that he wanted me to do exactly everything he said. And then he would change his mind 100 times after he said it, and I'd have to change again. So I wasn't giving into that, and I couldn't give in to somebody telling me, you've got to
WNBC.
WNBC.
WNBC. Yeah, WNBC. I couldn't imagine working there. I knew some people that worked there. That's another story. But yeah, Mike, what can I say? Oh, well, it happens in life, I'll
tell you what you can say. She's got a saggy ear.
She's got a saggy face.
No, she don't, because it's so tight.
I know, it's so wrapped around.
So
yeah.
tight.
She's got stitches in the back of her head.
How old is she again? She's in her 60s, right?
Yeah.
She's a senior citizen now, right?
Yeah. But, I do respect her. She keeps herself well put together, but again, it's Madonna.
Dr. Frankenstein did a really good job.
Yes, Dr. Frankenstein. But again, going back to Ron Perlman, let me just say this. I'm sure he's a nice man. No offense to Ron, but he does look like he belongs in a cage at a zoo.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Belong in a zoo.
Don't get mad. No offense. But I digress. Now, Madonna, she was looking like she sold her soul to the devil, Mike. And personally, maybe she did.
I read that comment too.
A lot of people are saying that, yes. A lot of people are saying that.
And you know what it is, Michael? They're just saying it because she looks funny. And that's just a stupid, stupid thing to say.
It's immature. How dare them judge her? She's a beautiful person. She's got feelings, Mike. How dare all of you? There, I protected her.
Perhaps.
I protected her honor.
You think those are hair extensions?
You know they are.
Yeah.
That's not her real hair. Come on.
Her hair's fake. Her cheeks are
Her
fake.
whole face is fake.
Her lips are fake. I think her boobs are fake.
Everything is fake on this woman. She actually hung out with some rather suspicious people that most likely have eaten babies, Mike. At least consumed the blood of their rivals. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know personally. I'm just making wild assumptions here. I don't know that for a fact is what I'm trying to say, but
wild assumptions.
I'm just saying, but if anyone is drinking the blood of 1,000 Jewish babies, it's probably Madonna.
that's what the Muslims tell their kids about Jews. They're like, oh, don't, the Jews are bad. They make cookies out of children and they drink their blood.
I thought you were going to say that's
Same
what they. I thought you were going to say that's what they tell their kids about Madonna.
Well, I was getting to that joke, but you kind of.
Madonna and Oprah, they're kind of known to adopt babies and children, from what I recall. So I don't know. I mean, this woman is pretty evil and dangerous, just like Oprah. They adopt these kids, and then who knows what goes on. That's just what I heard, though. I mean, it could be all nonsense. It could be a rumor. Could be lies. I don't know.
Rumor. Could be something I just made up.
Yeah, it could be something I just made up right now.
Well, at least she's eating babies with very little fat on them because she's got no fat on her. So she's good. Good for her. Good for her.
Right. So yeah, she keeps herself in shape and all of that sort of jazz, and that's good for her. That's probably what she needs to do at that age.
More power to her.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, respect to Madonna. She sold her soul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Not to me. Not to me. She didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing though, Mike. I know you didn't see the Grammys or anything like that, but you don't believe that these people are worshiping Satan or anything like that, though, right? These are just people that want to be shocking and provocative and get the ratings going.
Provocative. Yeah, provocative. I wouldn't use the word shocking. They don't shock me. I've seen shocking things, and they're not shocking.
A bunch of trannies dancing around in a cage. That's not shocking to you?
Nah, I've seen that.
You've seen that in your basement?
Oh, I used to side by side in the bathroom stalls. Not even the stalls, at the urinals, standing next to guys wearing, hiking their dresses up so they can take a wee.
That is pretty strange.
Yeah, well, New York is a strange place, my friend.
Yeah, New York is different animal, that's for sure. And of course, there was some controversy going around about the Grammys, but I could really give a shit, to be honest. But there is this other character, though, Mike, by the name of Sam Smith. And, you know, he's on stage wearing red. He's wearing high heels. I mean, look at the guy. He's from the UK.
Look at those fat thighs.
Those
put on something
lovely
a little bit
thighs.
less.
Look at those lovely thighs, Mike. Look at that.
I mean, just come on, have a little decor.
Can you imagine wearing that outfit?
No.
Yikes.
I mean, look, if the guy was
Ooh.
skinnier, maybe I'd be a little bit more. I think it would be more attractive. But you know, this day and age that we live in, everything is pushed. Like, oh, it's okay to be fat, even though it's bad for your health. Oh, it's okay to be a woman if you're a man. It's okay to be a man if you're a woman. You know, everything's okay. Whatever you like, do it. Let's do it in the road, like John Lennon said and the Beatles said, or was it Paul McCartney? The point is, there's no limits anymore. And I'm sorry, that's not how the world works. You know, even with children in school, they give them these achievement awards for doing nothing.
Yeah, just for showing up.
So this guy wearing these pants, you know what? Good for him, but I'm not attracted. I really am not.
I'm glad to know you.
Wearing,
yes.
I was going to say, if he's a little bit thinner, it might be more of an attractive.
He'd be more of your.
But I get what he's doing.
He'd be more of your type.
Right.
Yeah, you could date him.
Sure. Why
okay,
not?
sure.
But he'd have to wear a little bit more black.
A little bit more black? That's too much red for you, yeah.
That's too much for me.
Oh, my goodness.
But I do like his outfit. I just wish, you know, there's a couple things I would change on it, and I would lose about 30 pounds.
Oh, my. He's going to lose some of that COVID weight. We've all put on a few pounds since COVID, I think.
Me too.
Yeah, we got a little bigger, I think. Yeah, I think we all.
Fat.
Yeah, I think we all gained a little junk in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna lose it though. I'm going on the crack cocaine.
You're going on the Hunter Biden diet. Just lots of blow and meth and hookers.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be a pretty big bill there for you, though, Mike. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, not to interrupt you, but did you all hear that Burt Bacharach died? The famous composer, did a lot of great music.
Who the fuck is that?
That's Burt Bacharach. He did that song, What the World Needs Now
I thought you were talking about Bob
is,
Backlund.
is love, sweet love. That's Burt Bacharach.
I thought you were talking about
composer.
I thought you were talking about the professional wrestler Bob Backlund, who's 73 years young.
Did you see the movie The Spy Who Shagged Me?
Unfortunately, yes, I remember that abortion of a film.
I loved that film.
Oh my God, Mike, how dare you?
Do you remember the scene? When they're on the double-decker bus driving through the city, and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach." That's Burt Bacharach.
Oh
playing
yeah,
the piano.
I remember now. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
That's him.
Of course, I know the song.
He was an amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, I remember the song. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect you to. I mean,
I'm like you now.
I'm contemporary writer.
I'm bad with names.
You, man.
I'm bad with names, Mike.
I'm bad with names. No, I talk about bad with names. I'm the king of that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you now.
Oh, you're so much better with names than I am.
I blame you, though. But Mike, I got to be honest. Back to this fellow here in front of us. You know, I have no idea who the hell this man is. I had never seen him before or heard any of his music, but evidently he's a big deal.
I like his boots.
Oh my! Yeah,
I mean, if they were black, they'd look cool.
He's gonna take those bowling, those big old platforms there. But Mike, I don't listen to anything that's new anymore. I'm completely checked out of that world. So, you know, I'm seeing this video of this man by the name of Sam Smith. This is the gentleman here. And evidently Sam Smith, he has a hit song called Unholy. Mm-hmm. Unholy. And, you know, he's out there. He comes out with these men and women, the trans sort of a thing going on. There's trannies in cages. There's flame going around. It's bizarre.
It reminds you of a night at the Limelight in New York City.
I was going to say, this doesn't seem very new to me. I feel like we've seen this in the 90s before.
Oh, I used to see it pretty much every weekend when I went to a New York City club. Yeah,
this is what goes on. This sort of a thing here. But a lot of people are up in arms about it, but I just thought this seems like another night in New York somewhere.
Listen, man, nothing, and I say nothing, beats the night when Marilyn Manson played the Music Awards and came out and did the Beautiful People song, and like comes out and does this speech. We will no longer be oppressed by the religious people, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, that he was over the edge for them. Chris Rock hosted that. He was in shock. That's a shocker. This guy, he's not shocking. So
no, not at all. I don't find them shocking. I just find that outfit shocking.
Well, that's because he's a big guy.
I mean, even if he wasn't a gay fat guy, I mean, I wouldn't be harping on it. I'm most likely. I don't know if that's true or not. Chat room, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this gentleman here? What's this? Oh yeah, Sam Smith. Is he a homosexual? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but is he a gay guy? Yes. Chat room, go ahead, inform us here. I don't exactly know because I don't know a goddamn thing about the guy. This is like the first time, right? This is the first time I ever heard of this guy, and you know he's dancing around, coming out with the red latex, the red top hat, the devil horns, the platform heels. That's too much red for my taste, Mike.
Yeah. Like I said, if it was black, I'd probably dig the outfit more. But being a chunky guy that he is, and he's not terribly overweight, he's just a little big. And I think he should lose about another 40 pounds before he puts that outfit back on.
Yeah, he can definitely maybe wear a different outfit next time.
Oh, look, they're saying non-binary.
Non-binary, okay.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Well, I guess that means he has no preference. Yeah, I think that's what that means. Or he's just not, doesn't identify, I guess.
Doesn't binary have to do with computers?
I believe so, but he's a free spirit.
He's a free spirit.
He's a free spirit.
Fucking deal.
I hate the color
for
red, Mike, by the way.
Do you?
I do. I really do. I hate the goddamn color red. I always have. If you like the color red, I think you deserve to be inside a casket.
Okay, hang on now, because I own one red shirt, a button-down dress shirt that I wear.
I'll casket a hoe. Sorry.
Hang on. When I wear my black, I have a certain black suit that I wear with a vest, and it looks goddamn cool. I look like the devil when I wear it.
Mike, that is repulsive.
I'll take a picture of it one day and I'll show you.
We're going to show the whole room. So yeah, this was just some sort of silly pageantry that the Hollywood folks were trying to be provoking and outrageous and try to cause some kind of controversy with the Grammys is what I'm assuming they try to do here. And again, a lot of people very offended by it, but I'm not offended by it. I just think that goddamn outfit is offensive.
I think what's inside
get rid of it
is more offensive to me. But I mean, what's the big deal? So what? He's on stage with a bunch of people playing like, I'm assuming that people in the that are dancing like dummies are supposed to be like what, cult followers?
I guess.
And he's the leader, the satanic leader.
Some
whatever.
bullshit like that, yeah.
I'm not. Believe me, this doesn't shock me. You want to get shocked? Come on over one night. I'll shock you.
Yeah, Mike will shock you. He'll shock you and I'll waterboard you. Yes, Mike had to think about that one for a second. He's like, I don't know if that's the right thing to say. But it is, Mike. I would waterboard all of you out there if you wear red around me. I think that's what you deserve. If you wear the color red. Hate that color.
When I come visit you, I'm going to wear a red jumpsuit.
Mike, if you wear red around me, you're going to be sleeping with the fishes.
I'm going to get some red Reeboks. And
oh God.
I'm going to get a red leather cowboy hat. I'm going to dye my facial hair red. And when you pick me up at the airport, I'm going to come running up to you like, oh, Mr. Decon.
I would be embarrassed if you did that.
Would you? Oh, come on.
I would.
What are you, homophobic?
I would be like, look at this fanook.
I know what that is.
I'm glad you do. I know you do.
Fanook.
I'm glad you do, Mike. Now we can regularly throw that word around here.
And steegee. You know what steegee is?
What is that? I think I have heard that.
I can't tell you on the air.
I think I know what that means.
It's an Italian.
Oh, I know what that means now, yes.
You know, get a little steegee.
I like that. I like that
too.
It's pretty good. But yes, Mike, my eyes will never be the same. You know, so they're dancing around in a circle and there's some flame going around. No pun intended, lots of flames going around. And of course, women in cages. I don't think they were women, but I could be wrong. Wow, it's just a song and they wanted to be over the top, cause some trouble. Again, I don't really understand what the purpose of it, the purpose of all of it really truly was. The song sucked and the visual aspect of it wasn't anything I found evil, just a little weird. And I think people throw around the word evil a little too loosely. Evil is when you watch a journalist get beheaded in the Middle East. Now that is evil.
Right.
That is evil. This guy from the UK wearing red spandex dressed like the devil, he just looks like a retard.
You just said exactly what I was thinking. And that is, there are words that are thrown around these days too lightly. Too
loosely. I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Right. Like, for example, when they call Republicans Nazis or fascists, when they themselves are doing things that are exactly related to Nazism and fascism. So be careful what you say, people.
Yeah, watch your fucking mouth. Sorry, Mike.
That's okay.
Had these fanooks running wild out there.
Dude, Ron Jeremy,
yes, let's go and talk about our friend Ron. Well, he's not really our friend, but Ron Jeremy out there committed to a mental hospital, boys and girls. Can you believe it?
Yep.
I mean, I can. I could
Apparently
believe it. I could believe it.
The judge committed him to a mental institution, aka funny farm.
Really?
And it's because they said that he was too incompetent to stand trial.
Really?
For what I believe was, I want to say something like, what was it, 40 counts of rape?
40 counts of rape. That's a lot of rape going on there.
A lot of rape.
It's a lot of goddamn rape.
I mean, look, I'm not saying the guy's guilty, and I'm not saying he's innocent.
A 30-count indictment, by the way.
Well, here's what I'm getting at.
Ooh.
The accusation, I mean, it's a very serious accusation.
Very.
However, one must take into consideration,
yes,
this guy was in the porn business. Are these people who are accusing him, are they from that business, or are these people on the outside? And what are the actual details?
That's a great question. But Mike, before we get further into it, we do have a caller. They've been on hold for almost a minute now. Let's bring them right on in. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to put you on hold. What's going on, caller? Go ahead.
Hello, guys.
Who are you?
Hello.
Who do you work for?
I work for the CIA.
Uh-oh.
And not Mossad?
No. They're our partners, but I don't work directly with
Okay,
them.
I'm just trying to make sure. Go ahead. You are on the air. Go ahead and state your business.
This is actually a dumb janitor calling back in.
Oh, yes. The dumb janitor.
My first question is for Mr. Hideous. Do you by chance have a audio book instead of just a normal book?
I'm afraid I don't, sir. The only available version of my book is by print.
Well, damn it. I'm too stupid to read, so I guess I'm screwed on that.
Well, if you want, I'll read it to you.
He could read it to you. I'll give you his.
I'll read you a couple pages.
I'll give you his number, and he'll read the book to you, chapter by chapter.
Also, I heard when you brought up Mr. Hideous, the Quest for Fire.
Yes.
I'm almost 50 years old, and I think that's one of the movies I first remember watching when I was a kid. And if you recall,
no kidding.
During that movie, there's a scene where a woman shows one of the guys how to switch from doggy style to missionary style for the first time.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
And that was like one of my very first sex scenes I ever seen when I was a child. I must have been, I'm guessing, 6 or 7 years old.
And that was the first time you wanked one out.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh,
naughty boy.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to end the call. My children's calling me on.
Oh no.
Okay.
FaceTime.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah,
I'll call back another time. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
All right. Take care, buddy.
And there he goes. He has to be a responsible adult and check in with the kids. See, folks, we do have some responsible listeners out there. He seemed like a good dad.
The dumb janitor has kids.
The dumb janitor.
That's hilarious.
He's got kids because he's dumb.
Oh, wow.
That's why he's a dumb janitor.
He's like, oh, I can't read. Do you have any audio books?
I love that, though.
Good sense of humor.
Hey, but I mean, I always tell people that authors out there that want to be on the program, I tell them, you could come on the show, we could talk about your book, but also make sure, and this is always my advice to them, always make sure that you have an audio version of your book, because people always want that. They don't always want to be troubled to read and all that shit. They want the audio book version.
Jeez, now I feel like shit.
Why, Mike?
I feel like I should have sent you my book on tape or something.
Oh, Mike.
I'm teasing.
Don't worry. I mean, eventually you could probably do that.
I'm not worried.
We'll get Ron Perlman and read it.
I'll get Madonna to read it.
Yeah, we'll get Madonna to read that shit. Why not? Why the hell not? But yeah, Mike, Ron Jeremy, 30 count indictment, going back to this sort of heinous crime that he's facing here, that they are trying to. Yeah.
They said it spans 23 years.
Wow.
That's too bad. I mean, I hope the guy didn't do what people are claiming he did. So again, innocent till proven guilty.
Right.
That's how we work it in this country.
Yeah, he's been accused by several women of misconduct dating back decades. And of course, he pled not guilty back in 2020. And now all things are sort of falling apart. His mental health has gone out the window, according to all these reports. And I'm looking at a photograph of him. And yeah, Mike,
he don't look good.
He don't look good. He looks like he's going to die soon.
As long as his motto wasn't before 8. No, wait. How's it go?
Before AIDS?
Get him at 8 before it's too late.
Ah.
That's a pedophile joke.
Oh, Mike, that is... Jesus.
I just read it before. I'm reading a book about Satanism, and they're talking about the satanic panic 80s, and that was the motto of a child molesting unit in California. Yikes. Called the Finders.
Yes, the Finders. I know about that.
Do you?
Right.
Yeah, they were a group of homosexuals who were into pornography.
Yeah.
Child pornography, and their slogan or their motto was get them before 8. No, get them at 8 before it's too late.
Yes, the Finders Files. I wasn't sure if you even had heard about that before.
I didn't until I read this. I'm reading this book by I think his guy's name is Arthur Lewid or Lid. He wrote a book called Satan Wants You. Now, mind you, this book is from 1988, but I had never read it before, so I just bought it recently and I'm reading it. I'm almost done with it. I got like 20 pages to go.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what they were doing.
Yeah, messed up. And and not to get off subject, I know we're talking about this thing here, but just to say that the whole thing with Satanism is that it was accused countless times of child molestation, animal sacrifice, other despicable things, but all of it was made up. There was never not one account of serious satanic people who would ever do anything. And as I've said before, one of the top rules in the Temple of Set and the Church of Satan: never harm children and never harm an animal.
And what do you think of the people that do those things, though, that do sacrifice animals?
They are mentally
rape children and all that.
That's a dysfunction of the mind. I don't even know if that's the right word. That is the classic cause of, or classic description of mental illness. If you're going to hurt an animal or a child, then you are fucking sick in the head and you deserve to be punished.
Right. And, there's some Satanists out there that definitely do practice these sort of things, though, Mike. But there's different groups of people.
I'll tell you this, Michael. I'll tell you this. Based on the book I'm reading, all the accounts that were, all the people that had claimed that Satanist groups and cults were the ones molesting children and killing them and eating them and making them eat cookies made out of feces and blah, 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 blah. Those people, not one account was true. You remember when we spoke to Michael Aquino, how, I don't think we talked about any of that particular stuff, but
yeah, but that's just one guy, though. I mean, there's right. So many other people out there that don't have their head on right, that see this sort of material and, they think this is what they're supposed to be doing.
Look at the satanic, the three or four satanic kids from Florida who killed one of the girl's parents or something like that. Like they brutally murdered the father, the mother, and I think even the sister or something. I mean, there's nothing satanic about that. I mean, I can't get into it because we're on a whole different subject here, but Satanism is not about that. It's nothing to do with all the things that the side of the Christian side, the Islamic side, these people who believe in Satan as an evildoer and a diabolical entity. It's got nothing to do with modern Satanism at all. There is no devil. There is no God. You know, a true Satanist is actually an atheist.
And Mike, I think we are joined back by the previous caller. I believe that's him
The
here.
dumb janitor.
Is this the janitor?
Yes, this is the dumb janitor again. I'm sorry to have to hang up on you, but my children come first.
I hear you. No worries, no worries. Yes. Welcome back to the program. I don't know where you were taking us though, but go ahead. We're listening to you.
Yes, I want to throw out there. I'm sure you guys are aware of all the craziness that's been going on, whatever.
Sure.
I'm almost 50. I have a 3 and a 4-year-old, which is a crazy story, but I've seen all kinds of stuff my whole entire life. Back in the 80s, my dad tried to convince me the world was going to end back then and made me go to church and go through all that bullshit. And I was terrified back in the 80s that we were all going to die. We watched the movie, the end of the world movies and all this shit. But nowadays, it seems like there's something really up that they're truly hiding from us. I don't believe this is all about money. I don't believe this is all about a one world order and they're going to just, control us all. I don't see the point behind it, really. But, like, for instance, the sun, I keep up with quite a few things. If you guys don't know what's been going on with that recently, it's extremely active. And there's lure back in past times of civilizations being ended possibly by solar flares.
Sure.
Something to do with something galactic, whatever.
Right.
Do you guys believe that this is what's been truly, like, let's say even all this stuff with all these shortages, are they taking all this stuff somewhere and they're just saying there's shortages and it's all just to hide it from us because we're really fucking doomed? Because that's what I believe. I have a feeling inside that I've never had my whole entire life, and I'm terrified because of my children, that there's something coming and they're just not telling us. I don't believe it's an asteroid. I don't know. It just seems like there's something up.
I could tell you, Mr. Janitor.
Yep.
You want my opinion?
Yes, I want your opinion.
All right. In a nutshell, first and foremost, the world crapped itself in 2020, all right? When they shut down the country and the world, it screwed everything up. It was also an opportunity for the left politicians to test whether or not a police state and a one world order would work. Now, that's a deep subject, and Michael and I have talked about it multiple times. But if I may also add to that, the fact that what you're seeing about, you're talking about shortages, right? The shortages, and I've experienced it too. I go to a shopping center, I go buy I go to buy my cats their food, and the shelves are empty. Why? Because when 2020 happened with the China virus, so many people either lost their jobs or were sent home with money sent to them from the government, which encouraged them not to go back to work because they were making more money from the government than they were doing a day's honest job. Okay, so what happened is you have all these shortages of manufacturing, distribution based on the what is it? Supply and demand. So it's still happening to this day because the world has changed dramatically since the Democratic Party has taken over, and the things that you are experiencing are a result of this weak administration that is controlling us in this country and doing a terrible job at it. That is why it is so important to get the Democrats out of office. Because if we don't, there's going to be a World War III.
Well,
There's so much going on with the administration, and they're not telling anybody because they want power. You're right. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with power.
Yes, they're saying that this is one of the worst food shortages this country has ever seen. And it's only going to get worse. Yes, it's going to get worse. They are saying, all the quote unquote experts around the world. And they're saying it's getting real bad here in America, especially. But not just here. It's all over the world right now. And one of the reasons why I think we definitely will be seeing war, everyone out there, all the dictators around the world, they're all pounding their chest and telling their citizens that prepare for war. I mean, everyone is saying this sort of thing right now. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion is, if you guys weren't aware, like Mr. Hideous says, the Democrats. Well, let's say you bring in the Republicans. Were you guys aware that Mr. Trump's wife started a program while he was in office for thought police and all this stuff to come down on us? That you're saying that they're trying to set up as a Democrat? I'm sorry?
Wait, can you repeat what she did?
She set up some kind of a program to look into the, like, thought police, or like the movie Minority Report. She started a program. That was one of her pet projects. It was only mentioned one time, but I know it's true. And it's to bring in to, like, use the internet and AI to survey people and pretty much come to rescue before you commit a crime.
I got to be honest with you, Mr. I have to be honest with you, Mr. Janitor. I've never seen this article you're talking about, and with all respect, until I actually read it myself and know where the source came from, I really have no opinion on it. I can't reply.
He needs to fact check you, is what he's trying to say.
Well, what do you think, Michael?
He can fact check me. That's just one thing that, the Trump administration did, which I'm not a Trumper and I'm not a Democrat. I'm not on either side, really. I just look at the truth, what I see. So
good for you.
It doesn't matter on either side to me. Just like religion, I'm not religious whatsoever. In fact, I drive a Inferno Red Challenger with a license plate that I can't say the whole thing because I don't want to put it out on air.
Hell yeah!
It starts out with 666, and
yeah.
I get quite a bit of enjoyment out of sitting at stoplights and being in drive-throughs and reading lips from the people behind me that are hypocrites and see all the evil things they say about me without knowing who I am. So I take things for what they are, and it just doesn't seem like anything's real. And it seems like something's being hid that's very important. It's a real big deal.
What do you think it is?
I could be wrong. I don't know. I think it's some kind of a doom that's coming, that they know that if you didn't know, right before when the start of the pandemic happened, they shut down a solar observatory. I think it was in Arizona.
Right.
Supposedly, they had all these Black Hawk helicopters come in, all this stuff come in, and it was supposed to be over a janitor that worked there, by the way.
Downloading child porn, yes.
Yes, that seems extreme to come in with Black Hawk helicopters over something like that. And then you go back to, I know you guys are aware of the Lucifer telescope and all this stuff.
The Lucifer telescope.
Yeah, who gives a shit, really?
It just seems like they're aware of something that they're not telling us. But, I could just be a crazy doomsday person. I don't know. I just have a weird gut feeling I never had my whole entire life.
You and me both.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, everyone does feel that sort of way right now, especially right now. And yes, by the way, caller, I don't think you're seeing the chat room, but I have a photograph of Jill Biden kissing Kamala Harris's husband.
French kiss.
Yes, I just seen it yesterday.
Right. I mean, we've all seen this photograph, but I don't remember that woman giving that smile. That lady next to Joe Biden there. Yeah, they're definitely swingers, in my opinion. I think the big guy lets the wife out every now and then and gets her bull. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Okay, guys, I'll let you go. I just wanted to throw that out there. It just really
Hey,
seems
hang
like
on
we're
a second.
getting-
Hang on.
Yes,
Don't
hang
hang up
on.
here. I
I'm
got to tell
sorry.
you one more thing. Listen, what you're doing is the right thing. Be careful. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. And I can appreciate you not being on either the left or the right, as Michael and I both are. Probably Michael more so than me. And all I'm saying is this. I can tell you this. The Democrats aren't going to do it for you. Just be careful of them. Not that the
I agree
Republicans
with
are any
that.
better, but if we continue to go with a Democratic rule right now, this country is going to get flushed right down the toilet. And it's halfway there already. So keep doing what you're doing, stay alert, and keep looking out for things that seem odd.
I appreciate that. And one last thing I just thought of that I wanted to mention is I'm a big Marilyn Manson fan. What do you guys think of the Heaven Upside Down album? To me, I've been obsessed with it here lately. That it seems like he's throwing out some odd things there during that album. That I've watched clips that he says that songs mean things different to me from what I know about esoteric stuff and paternalia stuff and
Well,
all that.
I've got the answer for you. You want the answer?
All right. Yeah.
Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book.
I would, but I can't read.
He needs the audiobook, Mike. I'm telling you. He's
You're
got
a
to
good
get
guy.
that audio.
Is there a lot of pictures in the book? Could I?
Yes, there are a lot of pictures in the book.
Okay,
Yes.
well, maybe I'll buy it for the pictures, and maybe I can make sense of it from the pictures.
Very
really
good.
good. Visually.
How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
3 and 4.
Well, get the 4-year-old to read it for you.
Yeah. It's time for him to learn. It's time for your son or daughter to learn how to read to you.
Cole,
Yes,
you're
and by
fun.
the way,
you're a good guy.
You'll appreciate this too. My son's name's Damien.
Yes.
And I made my wife watch the movie The Omen before she agreed with allowing us to name him that because I wanted to so bad. And even after watching them movies, she was still okay with it, which super rocks.
You're not a Satanist, are you?
No, not at all. But I've always been. I grew up. The first album I ever looked at when I was a child, my brother had was Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, and Kiss Alive 2 was laid out, opened up with all the flames and the tower things and all that. That's some of my first images that I remember as a child, and I've always been into the darker side imagery and did a lot of art and dabbled in tattooing, so it's just been my thing.
Well, I'm glad you never killed anyone. It sounds like you had all the writings of a serial killer.
Well, I'm very careful. I haven't been caught, but
I like this guy.
All right, thank you guys. You guys have a great show the rest of the night, and I really appreciate you taking my call.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, brother. You have a good night.
Take care.
You too.
I like that guy.
He's fun.
I like him. He was a great. He was great. And Mike, I'm telling you, that Joe Biden, she gets around.
She's a slunt.
She's a hoe. She be hoeing it.
She's a twant.
Joe Biden hoeing it around on national television, just throwing it out there, throwing that ass out there.
Is she holding his hand, or is that just a figment of my imagination? And does she have her other hand like down low?
She's holding his hand, and her other hand is probably cupping his genitals. Give him a little action there.
Cupping.
Jill Biden hoeing around on national TV. I mean, can you imagine that? It's pretty wild.
First hoe.
The first hoe.
The president and the first hoe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already had Melania Trump already. I mean, she was also a hoe.
That's a hoe I'd like to.
That's a hoe. Wow. I mean, they found her out of a magazine. That's her claim to fame.
Somebody mentioned
these hoes got to eat. I'm sorry.
That's right. I think someone mentioned Conway West.
Conway West 2024. I don't know if that guy is actually going to do it or not. I'd be kind of surprised if he stays alive very long. The tiny hats are after him, Mike.
Oh.
The JWs.
They're not all tiny, those hats. Some of them are really big.
That's true. Those
like
tiny
tires.
Yeah, those tiny hats aren't that tiny after all.
Now, you know who else made a very interesting comment? Joe Rogan. Is that his name? Joe Rogan? He's got the podcast.
Joe Rogan?
Rogan, right. Joe Rogan.
It's Joe Rogan, not Rogaine.
No, I know.
Yes. Well, Rogaine, yes. What did Rogaine say?
He made a comment in reference to Ilmar, the congresswoman who, like, all the Republicans want out of Congress because she's a jackass.
Yes.
You know, the one who married her brother.
Well, that's what they're saying. You keep saying that, but they're saying that's not true.
Whatever. I don't believe a word she says. Anyway, she's anti-American.
So yeah, she fucked her brother. Go ahead.
Right.
The floor is yours.
So, Rogaine made a comment on his show. Toe Rogaine made a comment on his show about how he felt that everybody is making a big deal out of her in what she said, because the way he looked at it was, well, of course Jews like money. That's like saying
well, yeah.
That's like saying Italian, all Italians like pizza.
I saw that quote.
Right. So
but I didn't know what was going on. Okay.
And I got to tell you, I take great offense to that because I'm an Italian and I like pizza. So when he said that, I took great offense.
You got angry.
No, not really. I just wanted to play the game,
And look, the toe Rogaine.
Toe Rogaine. He's just the kind of guy. I mean, his comment didn't bother me, but I mean, some people are kind of up in arms about it because of the comment about the Jews that he made, that they like money. Hey, I like money, and I'm not Jewish.
Of course, and you're not you're a Jew-gene, but you're not a full Jew.
I'm a Jew-talian.
Yeah, he's a Jew-talian, folks. So we can say that here on this program. We do have we have one of them here. We have a live one, an actual Jew. Straight from the Holocaust. I mean, it's pretty legit here, folks. We can talk about the Jews. Mike, his family were immigrants from Poland. They stayed, they were at the Holocaust. So, I mean, we could talk about the Jews all we want here.
We could talk about it all we want because we have a disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, and by the way, we are joined by another caller. Caller, go ahead. You are kind of live, I guess.
How you doing, guys?
Who is this? Is this some guy from Canada?
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to call before our internet gets shut down.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Well, what did
goes after internet, man?
I was gonna say, what did Trudeau do now?
He's after the internet.
That goddamn Fidel Castro Jr. out of control.
Fucking cocksucker.
That cocksucker. He's going down.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. We're just here looking at Toe Rogaine, looking at that bald head of his, wondering why he doesn't have those hair plugs back in his head again.
He's either for Gazy.
Yeah, he kind of is. I used to like Rogaine mildly. It's not like I was listening to his show. I've never really liked his show, to be honest. I remember when he was first doing his show. I never really cared for it, to be honest. But a lot of people like him, and I don't know why, but people can listen whenever they want. But I already get enough of Joe when I watch fights. I don't want to stop watching a UFC event and then go back and listen to Joe Rogaine talk to someone for 3 hours. I mean, enough. I've seen him talk for hours. I don't need to hear him again and again. It's over. But yes, that's Toe Rogaine. Other than that, we're here having fun, just doing the show, doing the same old dance here, having a good time. What about you?
Well, actually, it's pissing rain here, man. Can't believe it. Last week it was like minus 25, and today it's like plus something, it's pouring rain.
You're making my balls cold.
Well, I want to know. I always heard something that two Republican politicians got assassinated last week in New Jersey.
Wow.
No.
Really, Mike?
I think it was a congresswoman or a senator
Who got whacked
attacked.
out? Who got whacked out there?
No, somebody got
What happened
attacked
today?
in their elevator.
Oh, okay.
A woman. I can't remember her name, but she got
And the guy
attacked
today.
she got attacked in the elevator in her building.
Oh, that's not good. It's pretty terrible.
I can't remember who it was though.
Black woman.
No, white woman.
The white woman. I must be on
At
heavy
least
drugs, man. I
Maybe
thought
we're
she was
talking
black. She
about
looked black to
two
me.
different people.
Well, there's
No,
one today, correct?
I'm seeing that there was a new sort of thing here. Is this Angie Craig? Is that who you're talking about?
No, I don't know.
Well, this is a white lady named, it's a U.S. rep here. Angie Craig fends off assault in elevator of her
Yeah, that's who
D.C.
I saw.
apartment building. So, yeah, you were wrong. I was right.
No, this one was a black woman. She got murdered.
Whoa.
Really?
Really?
And another one, a white gentleman today, same thing, in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
A government person?
Yeah, nobody says nothing about it. I was just wondering if you guys heard anything about it.
I didn't hear anything about it.
Oh, now I'm seeing the story. Yes, the New Jersey councilwoman shot and killed in possible targeted attack outside her home. I believe this is what you are talking about. She's a younger lady, and she was shot down. That is terrible.
Where?
In New Jersey, Mike.
I mean, like where in Jersey? And what was her name?
Outside her home, Mike.
What friggin' town?
It doesn't say.
Oh, okay. And what was her name?
I just see New Jersey here. I haven't looked further down.
You're not helping.
Well, I was trying. I tried.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, so caller, go ahead.
Yeah, that was about it, man. I just wondering if you guys knew anything about that. I don't know.
No, you're breaking this up.
Anyway, Trudeau had
Yes.
his whole parliament in my city last week, like all the parliament they had, and the protesters were after him, dude. Like they wanted to snatch him and take him into the sewer. He was getting spat on and everything. It was
Who are we
great.
talking about?
Blackface Trudeau.
Oh, your king?
You're king.
Queen. Come on, Meg.
Your queen.
Queen Trudeau.
Hey, people are getting arrested in Canada, like in Ontario, for saying there's more than two, like there's only two genders. They're getting arrested.
That's wrong. That is friggin' wrong. That's the thought police. That's what that is.
Yeah, this fucking country's fucked.
I don't know what happened to Canada.
What a shame.
All politicians are cunts. That's what's happening.
I don't remember Canada being that way, though. Back in
No.
No, it was never like this.
I don't remember it ever being that way back in, like, let's say 2001 to 2005. Canada was
2014.
not like that. But yeah, things are pretty strange, though, out there in Canada. So I feel bad for all you Canadians out there. My thoughts and prayers.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Well, I hope you get well. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thanks, pal.
Take care.
Take care. But yes, Queen Trudeau, Mike.
Queen.
He really does look like Fidel Castro's son.
Oh, blue eyes.
A psychopath.
Part of the cult.
Part of the cult.
Speaking of the cult,
What happened, Mike?
how about that?
What about the Raiders? Just kidding.
How about that State of the Union?
The
speech?
State of the Union. I thought you would never take us down that dark path, but here we are talking about the State of the Union. What an embarrassing display that
Ugh.
was. It was.
Did you watch it?
I watched only clips of it. I didn't want to waste my time.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. It was just it was literally like the clips that I did see the next day.
Yeah.
It was literally lie after lie after lie after lie. They're so full of shit. They take no responsibility for anything that they have screwed up, and they blame everything else on everybody else. I should say they blame everything on everybody else. This man is the biggest hypocrite, the biggest liar, and the biggest POS to ever steal the seat in the Oval Office.
I only caught clips of it, Mike. I didn't want to waste my time. I thought it was going to be a bit of a train wreck, and sure enough, it was a bit of a train wreck. This was a political masquerade, as I like to say, and it was a disaster. Biden is a joke, and
he's a joke,
and everyone knows it. And wow, isn't that sad, Mike? I think it's kind of sad, though. I mean, let me just tell you this, Mike. He had nothing, and this guy is the elected president. He was absolutely unrealistic and unconstitutional, and his administration knows that very well. And Biden getting booed was something else. You know, I've never seen anything like that. I was
just going to ask you, did you see the part when he blamed the Republicans for wanting to cancel Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw these clips, and again, Mike, I've never seen anything like that. The disrespect displayed was kind of like a holy shit to me. No one respects Biden. It's kind of crazy, man, to be honest. I mean, we're supposed to have like
he's a
good
fact talker, Michael.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, no one even there respects him. It's kind of sad.
No.
Poor guy.
And he stood there and blamed the Republicans for the whole wanting to cancel Social Security. Meanwhile, Biden back in '94 was lobbying for the same thing. He wanted to get rid of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. I mean, the guy's, he's a flip-flopper, and he's full of shit. And everyone knows it. Except for the few dummies that sit there and clap like seals. Yay, Biden, you're doing such a great job. Hooray. Idiots.
The whole world is watching our country, and they're probably thinking we've lost our goddamn minds. More so than ever, Mike.
Absolutely.
And I don't blame the international listeners out there. You know, they do probably feel that way about us right now, though. Those crazy Americans, they're probably saying.
Michael, I saw a commercial that was a comparison between the Russian army and the American army. They were two recruiting commercials. The first one is the Russian army commercial. And it's these guys, you know, their shirts off doing push-ups and, you know, just running through water and just fucking jumping out of helicopters and shit. Then, and you know, the whole narration is like, Russia. Then they go to the American recruiting commercial, and it's a cartoon, and a woman is talking, and it's like, you know, she's talking about, you know, I was born to two mothers, and I'm so proud to have supported them, and, you know, life is so great, and we talk about peace and harmony, and I'm like, are you kidding? Really? This is what we're recruiting into an army?
I feel the same way the bird does back there. Yeah, exactly. It's what I thought.
I mean, these countries, they're laughing at us.
Oh, of course.
If they have an opportunity to take advantage of us, like China just did with that spy thing, where it goes over our country, and we wait until it gets from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, and then we shoot it down.
Yeah, we waited a little bit.
You know,
it's all right.
We didn't want to hurt anybody. You know.
We didn't want to hurt all kinds of people on the ground. I mean, we couldn't do that.
All they could have done is they could have shot it with like a .22 caliber, and it would have slowly gone. See, if they would have shot the balloon, it would have come down slowly. But instead, they shot the friggin' device, and they blew the whole fucking thing to smithereens. Nice going, guys. Great military.
Our lovely military, and it cost a lot of money to send that F-22 Raptor out there, by the way. It's a lot of goddamn money that was spent doing that.
My point was that...
But no one gives a shit about that, I mean.
China just gave. They just tried. They did. They spied on our country, and we did nothing about it. And what did China do? They threatened us by saying, "Well, what you did was wrong." And it was, I don't know what they said. I don't think they said that it was an act of war, but I think they said something about it being irresponsible or something. And they got mad at us. They got mad at us.
I like that. That's pretty funny.
And our president did nothing. Runs away with his tail between his legs. He is compromised. He's compromised by Russia. He's compromised by the the Ukraine and China. This man, he's a criminal, in my opinion.
Joseph Biden, criminal in the eyes of one Mike Hideous.
FUJB.
He kind of is a criminal, though.
No doubt.
He kind of is. I mean,
look,
I think they all are, to be
AOC
honest. But yes.
AOC saying,
God.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What did AOC say? Good Lord.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm just saying, what did this crazy woman say now?
AOC goes on saying something like, "Oh, everybody, the Republicans are just going on and on about this laptop from Hunter Biden with only half of the stuff being true." What half isn't true, AOC? Tell me what part of the pictures of him smoking crack with hookers. Tell me which part isn't true. Is it still Russian disinformation? You friggin' idiots!
A lot of people were saying that early on in the game. I'm not quite sure why they were saying it's disinfo, but well,
because
you know,
it was election time.
Those photographs look pretty legit to me. I mean, I had to delete those very fast. I was thinking, yeah, anybody with these photos, they will arrest you if they see you with those goddamn photos. Yes, you could thank Hunter Biden for that gift there.
The Russian disinformation comment came during the 2020 president candidate, all that bullshit. Look what's going on with Twitter right now. They suppressed people from even saying anything about the computer because they said it was Russian disinformation, and that's what they didn't want people. The FBI was in on it. The FBI was in on it with Twitter, suppressing people and saying anything about the computer. And that's what they did to stifle anybody saying anything about Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, because that would have let him lose the election.
And no one is going to go to jail for that, by the way.
Of course.
No one ever does, but yes, there's been lots of information released by one Elon Musk, and, you know, you could say whatever you want about Elon Musk. I don't really trust the guy, to be honest, but I do sort of applaud his efforts to sort of make this public thing about our own U.S. government, sort of paying Twitter all kinds of money for them to censor all of us. Yep. And censor, you know, anyone talking about these things. And there's all kinds of proof that the FBI definitely was paying them off to keep things very quiet here. And it's been sort of been revealed already.
Yep.
Yeah, but the FBI, they tried very hard to keep that under wraps.
They were having discussions about it today, talking about how Twitter had linked up with the FBI. The FBI was telling Twitter, we want certain things taken off the internet, or Twitter, I should say, that have anything to do with this laptop from the alleged Hunter Biden, because it's not true. It's Russian disinformation. And yet they had the fucking computer since 2019. They didn't let us know.
Like always, though. That's pretty typical.
Liars.
That's pretty typical, though, Mike. You know, they always do that.
It wasn't always like this, Michael.
Oh, it's always been this way.
I disagree with you.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Okay.
I think they've always been nefarious like this, Mike. They've always pulled, even the FBI, they've been pulling the wool down in front of our very eyes for such a long time.
What a disgrace.
That's the thing, though, Mike. You can't trust the official narrative on a lot of things that get pushed out there.
Well, now I don't. I mean,
it took a while for you to see that. But
well,
I'm not trying to, browbeat you with this. I'm just saying I'm glad you could finally, you finally see this, that it's all bullshit. They've been selling and serving us bullshit for years, Mike.
And as I've mentioned the last time we did the show, I had said that I'm back to the way I feel before Trump was elected, because before Trump was elected, I couldn't stand what was happening with our government. Then he came in, as I told you, he fucked up the whole system. Everybody got scared of him. They're like, oh boy, he's gonna open his mouth about this, that, and the other thing. And that's what he would do. Again, I don't care if you like him or not. All I'm saying is that he really made look what they're doing in order to try to make him never run again. They want to stifle people. They want a one world order. They don't want anyone to F with them.
That's right. That
Disgusting.
They do. That they do. And that's what's going on right now. Not just here in America, but all around the globe.
Oh, it makes me sick.
All around the flat earth.
All around the flat earth.
Oh, yeah. All around the flat earth, boys and girls. And yes, we got away from the Grammys here. And, I don't even want to talk to you about Joe Biden being a clone, Mike. I don't want to go there, but there's lots of things about that Joe Biden is not really the Joe Biden that we knew of from back in the day. Back when he was talking about racial jungles, back when he was hating black people. Yeah, he was like David Duke out there on the field.
Just a little bit.
He was very racist at one time. And
a little bit.
I think he's still pretty damn racist.
Just a little bit.
I think so. David Duke was his boy at one time. So keep that in mind, folks, when you look into the eyes of one Joe Biden. But Mike, lots of people in the conspiracy world, they're saying, that's not my Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying they don't have the same ears anymore. They don't even have the same signature anymore.
Am I talking to Jim Fetzer?
You're talking to the freight train now, Mike. This is Jim talking.
Oh, I thought so.
Yes, this is Jim Fetzer now.
Well, now you got to start talking and not stop and take
for about an hour,
like 30 minutes.
You got the timer?
Yeah, go for it.
But yes, can you see that photograph, by the way?
I do.
And what do you make of that?
What, the ear? Come on, it's an
you don't
ear.
Really care?
And it's a picture.
It's not convincing enough for you.
No, I'm sorry, but that could
You're
be
not buying
Photoshopped. It could be Photoshopped.
It's bullshit.
What I do notice is that he has an ear on the right side. He's got an ear on the right, and on the left side, he doesn't have an ear on the right.
And what about this photograph here? Does this convince you?
Which one am I looking at now? I'm still looking at the two.
It's loading up right now.
Okay.
You'll see in a few moments here. But there's this little timeline here from 2007 back to 1987, back to 2019 here. Take a look for yourself. They're saying this ain't my Joe Biden. Clone Wars.
Well,
the same guy or not, Mike? Go ahead, fire.
They have cured baldness. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows that, but they have cured baldness. So I can't say anything about his hair.
That's a scary man, though. Either way, clone or not, he's still shitting up the country, though.
He's an angry, bully, racist, liar, hypocrite. It cracks me up, like any Democrat, particularly if you're black or Hispanic, anybody that supports this guy who hadn't looked into his past to know that he was a racist. It blows me away how these people are supporting him. And any of these people who are crossing the border, who would consider voting for this man, or, I mean, I guess they're just taking the opportunity to get through the border, but the guy doesn't even realize that what he's doing by allowing the border to stay open is a criminal offense against the Constitution, or actually not the Constitution, the acts of a president to protect our country. I'm sorry, but letting 5 million illegal aliens into this country is not a safe thing. You need to do it properly, vet them properly. He's not doing it.
Yeah, he's letting them all in, Mike.
Certainly seems that way. 5 million in 2 years. What do you think that's going to do to the economy of this country with welfare, with jobs, with medicine? I mean, think about it. We just let these people in. There's the crime's out of control. I mean, how is it so complicated for people not to see and be rational and reasonable about understanding how dangerous this is at the border?
You're still not buying it, Mike?
I'm still not what? Biden?
I'm saying you're still not buying it.
Come on. Really?
I'm thinking that's a body double.
Come on, man.
I mean, well, he sounds like an idiot, so I think it's a different guy.
So you're telling me the 1, 2, 3, the moles that he has on his right face don't match up with the one on the left face?
That's what they're saying here.
Ah, come on. You know, when you get older, your skin sags and you grow and you lose facial.
Yeah, when you get older, you look like Madonna. That's what happens when you get old, folks. You turn out looking like Madonna.
So let me see. Surgically made divots 2 above left eye, numerous.
Mike's not buying it, folks. He thinks
stupid.
He thinks it's fucking retarded.
Retarded.
Okay, well, do you find that retarded right there?
What?
It'll load for you. It's just Jill Biden, and her husband, how they're very, hands-on. They're very kissy. They kiss people.
Yeah, well, Biden was touching little girls when he used to get close to them. He used to caress them and run. Yeah, there you go.
They're both very hands-on.
Listen, man, if I had to kiss Joe Biden,
oof,
gross.
Imagine kissing her. Who's worse, though, Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton? Which cunt is the worst?
I'd kiss Hillary Clinton before I kissed Joe Biden.
You would kiss Hillary first?
Well, Hillary was a pretty good-looking woman when she was younger.
My only answer would be there's no gun involved.
That's messed up, Michael.
I'm just to shoot myself, not them.
Okay.
Take myself out of the equation.
I didn't get it that way. All right. Okay. Touche.
Asuka says Joe Biden 100% fucked Hallie Biden.
Who's Hallie?
Or Haley, I should say.
Haley, that's his daughter, right?
Haley Biden. No, that's Beau Biden's wife. That's Haley Biden. That's the
right.
Yes.
Who is she though?
Haley Biden.
Yes, I know her name. Now who is
That's
she?
the sister-in-law turned lover.
Whatever.
It's a weird family.
Look, you know what? I don't give a flying rip about their sexual preferences. All I want them to do is their fucking job to keep this country safe, and they ain't doing shit.
Well, that's Haley's the brother's widow, is what I'm saying. It's a very disgusting family. I mean, it's a pretty, it's a trailer trash sort of issue,
Yeah, well, it's
a white trash issue,
Good as Ilmar marrying her brother.
Yeah, it's all, it's all trash bullshit, that's why I'm telling you, Mike. I think some people out there,
look, people
that live, in the South, they see Hunter Biden banging the niece, banging his family, basically, banging Beau Biden's wife, former wife, now widow. And people were saying, maybe I could back someone like this because I do all these things already too. I relate to him. I'll vote for him. I think some people are that goddamn retarded that they would probably vote for Hunter Biden if he did run, Mike. I say that all the time.
I was just going to say that, like what you've said before about if Hunter Biden ran, people would vote for him because he's a He's a scumbag.
He's a scumbag, and there's lots of scumbags out there who had slept with their family. So, a lot of people out there would be like, that's my kind of guy. I'd vote for him. He bangs his cousin. He sleeps with the brother's wife. I mean, I do that too. I could vote for him.
Listen, man, all I'm saying is this. Yeah, they're a fucked up family. I don't give a shit. I really don't care anymore. All I'm caring about right now are the country, the protection of this country, and the people of this country. That's all I'm worried about at this point. Because these goddamn idiots who are literally destroying our country from the inside, I have absolutely no respect for them whatsoever.
I think we all feel that way.
I'm happy.
I think we all feel that way right now, Mike. It's very sad. And let's get rid of this guy, Sam Smith, Sam, whatever his goddamn name is, with all this red vinyl crap. Get this off my screen. And oh my God, Madonna yet again on my screen. Mike, get rid of her. Where is Mike? Where is it? Where is my gun?
Yeah.
Get rid of her. Hopefully we can add her to the celebrity death pool list this year, or next year rather. Get rid of her.
Nice. Yeah.
Get rid of her now.
Oh golly.
Oof, that's the face of a demon. A daemon.
I'll tell you, man. Sick times.
Did you sleep with her, by the way?
Madonna?
Yeah, she just came on you. With her long
in that
ears.
Capacity?
Yeah, in this outfit here.
Probably quicker than I would Joe Biden.
You'd sleep with her before Joe Biden. Well, that's,
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that.
Okay, good.
Some people would rather sleep with Joe Biden, though.
I know.
That's scary.
I'm not a fan of the Wang.
I know most straight men aren't. Most straight men aren't.
I'm not a fan of Wang Chung.
Yeah, I'm not a friend. I'm not a friend. Not a friend. Yeah, I'm not a friend of cock or penis. Yeah, most men that are straight aren't.
How about Wiener?
Yeah, Wiener too. Remember that guy Wiener?
I certainly do. Henry Wiener, wasn't it?
Your name is your destiny. And we do have a tube snake in the chat room that says Joe and Jill were having an affair in the 70s. And, I don't deny that at all.
So, in other words, they were having an affair before they got married? Is that what you're saying?
Most likely, I think.
Tube snake.
Tube snake. He was slanging his tube snake.
Oh.
Asuka says, Madonna be like that dead woman in The Shining. It's pretty good.
Wow!
I like
before
that.
She turned into an old hag, she was actually pretty hot when she got out of that tub. I'll tell you, I saw that movie in the theater. I was still a kid when I saw that. That was like the second time I saw Booby.
And it made you feel a certain way, Mike?
I felt all tingly inside.
Ooh.
The first movie I saw boobies was a science fiction movie called Logan's Run.
Logan's Run. Why does that sound familiar?
Well, it was a movie back in the 70s about the future. I think it was actually a series for a short time. But there's a scene where this really gorgeous British girl takes her top off, and I'm like, oh! I must have been like 10.
You almost
9?
shit yourself.
Well, no, I almost peed myself.
You almost jerked off yourself.
Well, no, you don't have to get that graphic.
Sorry,
I was just a little boy.
Well, you could be like that guy, what was the guy, the custodian guy, the janitor that called in?
The dumb janitor?
Yeah, you could be like him. We like that guy, though. No disrespect to him.
No.
Yeah, we like that guy very much. We want him to call in and not be afraid.
Victoria Grimes mentions bullet won't penetrate the plastic.
You're probably right about that. It looks pretty tough.
That's funny.
It's pretty tough material there, that Botox.
They bounce off. Pew!
Yeah, the bullets just bounce off her fucking face.
Rub you wrong time.
Oof, I can't even imagine this woman.
Scam likely.
I can't imagine Madonna, I should say I can't even imagine being around her. I would be looking at her like if she was E.T.
Huh.
Yeah, this fucking alien walking around. Look at that thing.
I've had enough looking at that face. Please get it off.
I need to get rid of it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mike. Holy shit. Get it away from me.
Please get it off the screen.
I am so sorry to do that to your virgin eyes.
Throw this paper out.
But I mean, it's better than looking at this woman right here.
I am throwing my notes away about Madonna.
Yeah, throw that out. This is the only woman worse here on the list.
Where's the toilet? Where's the toilet? Toilet sound effects.
Oh, you want the toilet?
Please, so I can flush it.
Ah, yes, the toilet, the good old toilet. Yes, there we go.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah. And of course, we're looking at Sarah Huckabee.
Oh, did you hear her speech?
I didn't want to hear her speech. I mean, I'm looking at her grill here, and I think, wow, what a very unfortunate woman. She is repulsive in every sense of the word, Mike. I don't know what it is about this woman, but I just can't stand her. I don't know what it is. Her face, it just, I can't even say what I want to say here on this program without bad things happening if I say what I really want to say about her.
Let me ask you then.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Her face just annoys me.
Okay, be that as it may, I don't care if you don't like her, or you don't like the way she looks, or whatever. She made a reply to the comments about what Joe Biden said, and it was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't believe how, what the things that she said, they tickled me pink.
It gave you a fucking hard on. I get it.
You are vile tonight.
So, well, I have to be. Someone's got to kick it up here.
I'm going to tell your parents.
They already know. They know I'm vile.
Mr. Decon, smack your son around.
You're not surprising anyone, Mike. I'll tell you that.
I'm not.
But yes, forgive me. I didn't know you liked her like that, Mike.
I don't like her. I mean, it's not like I'm a big fan of her.
You are. I'm joking.
When she was the
Yes.
press secretary for when she was the press secretary for the White House for Trump, she did a great job.
Oof.
But what I'm saying is that she was talking about how the country is being pushed by these woke idiots and how they're trying to change everything, and how boy doesn't mean boy and girl doesn't mean girl. She was spot on, and I'll tell you, I was blown away by her comments. I really was. She was amazing.
Well, she should move to the Middle East, where they throw homosexuals off of roofs. Maybe she'd be happier there.
I think you're missing my point.
I know. I'm just trying to start trouble here. She just wants to be a Muslim. That's all. She just wants to be a Muslim. That's what it really is. She really wants to be a real Christian. And, she shouldn't have to be scared to say that. If she hates the gays, she should just say that.
She didn't say she hates the gays.
Oh, well, she does. I mean, she's just not going to be, say it out there. But I think she hates the gays.
Oh, brother.
She wants to be a Muslim, Mike. I mean, that's okay. She could be a Muslim.
Is that the best you could come up with? Come on.
Oh, it's an amusing take here. She wants to be a real American. That's why she wants to be Muslim. Oh, that's going to piss a lot of people off by saying that, by the way.
It's an interesting theory.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just having fun here. But yeah, my God, this woman, I need to get her off of my screen here. I don't like her.
Victoria Grimes seems to think that I'm
Oh, that
I
photo's
drank-
nowhere. Let's just get rid of all the photos. My God, my eyes.
Victoria Grimes seems to think that I have this Kool-Aid addiction, which is are hysterical. I'm not quite
You
sure.
have a Kool-Aid addiction? What does that mean? Is that a racist
says-
term?
I don't know. It says Mike and his Kool-Aid addiction are hysterical.
So you had to bring up Kool-Aid because Mike's black. He's a black Italian. That's a racist.
What?
Yeah, she said Kool-Aid.
Oh, no, that's watermelon.
She's a goddamn racist.
Oh, my head.
I know my head's hurting now.
Oh.
After this one, I've been laughing all night, and it's been a fun show so far. You know, we've gone 2 hours. We were joking around, making light of all these terrible things going on in the world, missing children around the world.
Oh, you missed it. My bird just laughed when you said
The bird is laughing.
making fun of all these terrible things, and he went,
He's liking that. He's liking that. He's feeling it. What can I say?
wow.
KFC flavor. I mean, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Grape
That's messed up.
drink.
Grape drink.
You know, all these jokes, they're not nice. Mike is a black Italian. He takes offense to this. As do I. You son of a bitch.
Woo.
You sons of bitches out there. Look at
Sons
you.
of witches.
You're all so lucky I'm not in front of you. Be very thankful. Thank God. Thank all the gods out there that I'm not in front of you, that you are behind a screen like I am, or else I would just choke all of you to death.
And you'd like it. You'd smile and like it.
Metaphorically speaking, not physically. I mean, we
Mentals.
wouldn't do that. I mean, that's just crazy. That's fucking crazy. I mean, I'm just joking around here, but
You see scam likely menthols.
Menthols.
Newports.
You people out there, I've never
What is
seen
wrong with you people?
this behavior from the chat. I am sickened to my core.
Oh, golly.
I really am. You sons of bitches out there.
Well, that's the end of the show, folks.
That's the end of the show. I mean, it
Thank you
got
very much.
it got too crazy. It got too crazy here. People got a little nuts here. They're making fun of the black Italian in the room. I mean,
500-pound black Italian in the room.
Jesus.
Are we going to address that?
I know the 500 black Italian in the room. My God, Mike. So
What is that, a hooker?
it's like a New York sort of thing, I guess. I don't know.
If she's putting her thumb out? Like,
She's
here you go.
hitchhiking there, yeah.
Pick me up, I'm a hooker.
She's gonna go get picked up by Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman? You mean Ron Jeremy?
Ron Burgundy.
Hello, California. I'm Ron Burgundy.
No, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman? I thought you said Ron Burgundy.
No, Ron Perlman, the ugly looking animal guy.
You mean Ronnie James Dio?
No, this guy here.
This guy.
Yeah,
What
this strange beast, Ron Perlman guy.
Oh, the guy.
Yes,
Right.
the Sons of Anarchy guy.
Oh.
That's another show I can't get into, by the way.
You said by the way, you said you were watching The Sopranos lately.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Well, here's the thing, I've been sort of looking at a few things from the past, and The Sopranos was a TV show that I watched way back when it actually first came on TV, but I was just a boy then, I didn't really have much grasp on what was going on. I'm hearing all these Italians calling each other Fanuc and all this other stuff, I'm liking it, I'm enjoying it. And, I'm back to watching it, and I'm older now. I could understand it better, appreciate it better. And I got to say, it's one of the greatest shows I've ever watched. I got to be honest.
It's hard to believe it's been more than, 25, almost close to 30 years that it came out.
Yeah, it came out, I think, in 1999, I think.
So what season are you on? Do you know?
I think I'm on season 4 now.
Yeah, because I was telling you the other day when we were texting back, I was thinking about pulling out my DVDs and watching them, and then you mentioned it, and I'm like, I got to start watching it again. It's too bad. It's too bad. What's his name? The guy who plays Tony Soprano. It's too bad he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, it's too bad because he
I didn't know he was
just got-
dead.
Huh?
I didn't know he was dead.
You're pulling my leg, right?
No, I'm being serious.
Come on.
The actor.
The actor, yeah, he died years ago.
I didn't know that motherfucker died.
In fact, as soon as The Sopranos ended in the early part of 2000s, he died of a heart attack.
Wow.
He was such a good actor.
Damn, that hit me in the heart.
Come on, you really didn't
No,
know that truthfully, Michael?
No,
truthfully.
I'm 100%. I'm not joking this time. I'm being dead serious.
Wow, yeah, I was shocked when I heard.
Wow,
What the hell's his name?
I'm shocked. His name's like James.
James Gandolfini.
There you go. Yes, I believe it was James.
Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm.
After The Sopranos ended,
Shit.
after the season was done, a few years later, and then mind you, he's got all this fame. He did a couple of movies afterward, and then he died.
Yeah, now I feel I don't feel good now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gabagool.
Yeah, now I feel sad. What the fuck is your problem?
Did I ever tell you I was going to start a band with Jason Trioxin from the Mr. Monster?
I would have loved that, by the way, because I loved Mr. Monster, and I've told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going to start a band called the Gabagools.
Oh man, that would have been pretty cool.
What a great name.
Yes.
Right?
The Gabagool. God damn it, Mike.
Yeah.
You really threw me for a loop here at the end.
Yeah.
Damn, now I am sad.
He was a great actor. He really
For the first time, Mike, I've never actually felt sad, like really, like sad.
I gotta tell you,
And now I
shocked
am.
that you didn't know.
I didn't know. Oh, fuck.
I mean, you know everything, dude.
No, that's true. I know it all.
There he is.
I've been to the moon.
There he is. I love them. What a great show. Uncle
Yeah,
Paulie.
yeah, and I got to be honest with you, I like it way more than the TV show Breaking Bad by far.
Which is a good show.
I like Breaking Bad, don't get me wrong. It's a good show.
Nothing compares to The Sopranos.
No, I like The Sopranos way better.
Absolutely.
And that's the first thing that popped into my head, Mike. After watching the first episode, I was like, this show's way better than Breaking Bad. I mean,
no doubt.
Yeah, the Breaking
I
Bad's
don't think
okay,
there's
but
anything
come
that
on.
comes in comparison to it, except maybe The Godfather or Goodfellas.
Yeah, The Sopranos, it's a great show. And I know those of you out there listening are probably thinking, you're just catching up. And I gotta be honest. Well, yeah, I am. This came out way before, way before my time, before I could even understand what the fuck is going on. But yeah, this show, pretty goddamn good, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That's why I say it was so sad that after the success of the Sopranos series and a few movies that he did,
Yeah.
The poor guy dies. And it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
And I think it had to do with the fact that he was, overweight and he had a heart attack.
Oy vey.
Plus, he had gotten divorced from his wife. That was a big thing. And when that happened, I thought to myself, well, gee, I wonder why. I mean, every episode he was in bed with some young girl. I mean, not that that was really happening, but let's face it, in Hollywood, when they shoot these scenes, it wasn't even Hollywood. That was shot in New Jersey. When they shoot these scenes, they're pretty much pornographic, these love scenes. And they don't hold anything back to the imagination. You think these people are really screwing on TV. So I thought to myself, gee, it's no wonder his wife divorced him. He was all these hot women that he was pretending to screw on the screen had to be hard for her to watch.
That'd be hard for anyone to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody could be married to an actor and they have to do love scenes,
That's right.
That's so weird.
It is
Sometimes
kind of weird.
I ask myself, are these people actually getting it on?
Oh, no.
I don't know, man.
I think in some cases it has happened, though. There are some movies where the actors were banging.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's got to be some scenes. Did you saw Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah.
All right. Remember that scene when like the first sex scene when he's doing it to that chick whose name escapes me, the movie star, and like they're going at it, and like you just think, I mean, maybe it's just fantastic acting, but how does one do a love scene so intimately and your clothes are all off? How do you do it without getting excited and
That's how
oops,
that's how
like
divorces happen, Mike.
how divorces happen?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have a sex scene, and then next thing you know, they're divorced and they got a new girlfriend, and then the cycle happens all over again.
Another reason why I could never be a movie star. It's just very, very
Too much drama.
too much drama.
Yeah. Too much. But yes, The Sopranos, one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. Breaking Bad, not even close. There's too many
Forget about
characters on Breaking Bad that I just hate. The
I'll tell you,
writers, the writers did a
guy
good
who
job on making me hate some of the characters. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
the kid who plays the cook in Breaking Bad,
Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse Pinkman, played a great part. But then in 2020, when the whole woke thing exploded, what does he do? He gets up and says, "Oh, I hate the fact that I'm white. Oh, I can't
Oh
believe.
God.
Oh, if I could just take back being white." You're an idiot.
Oh
Really?
no, he was shamed. He was ashamed to feel white guilt.
White guilt.
Oh,
same
that's
thing.
sad.
Same thing.
Poor guy. I mean, again, Mike, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this sort of thing, but no one should ever feel embarrassed or ashamed of anything that they are,
Their
whether
heritage
you're
and
black,
their ethnicity.
Asian, Japanese, Korean, Joe Biden. I mean, whatever. You should never be ashamed and feel guilt
Well, that's the funny thing, Michael.
about anything. Yeah.
The left continually tells us they don't want racism and they don't want they don't want to make a big deal out of ethnicity, yet all they do is bring up race constantly.
It's a good selling point. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets people all fired up.
Mm.
It's all by design, to keep us separated.
The disgrace is what it is.
It's what they do. They want to keep us divided. That's what politicians do, Mike. The left and the right, they want to continue to further divide the great American people.
Indeed.
And Asuka says, right, and Asuka says, white people are stupid and gave everything to third worlders. I ain't even mad. That's what Asuka is saying. My God. Well, Mike, we are coming to a close here. I do want to thank you for being a part of the program, Mike. We had some great fun here. We talked about The Sopranos. We talked about everything under the sun, Mike. We even talked about that treacherous Fidel Castro Jr., the Queen of Canada, Justin Trudeau. He's a queen. We even talked about AOC. She's a retard. And believe it or not, folks, I'm not a right-wing wacko or a demented, retarded, brain-dead leftist. I hate them all, to be honest with you. I really don't like any of them. All these politicians, I kind of wish for, don't even want to say it here. I might get thrown in jail to say that. But yes, you catch my drift here. They're a waste of life. I don't give a shit if they live or die. And that's just me being polite. Wow, that's pretty paranormal. I'm sorry. That was scary. That's not nice. That's not nice. I apologize, folks. I've been kind of rowdy here tonight. And, most people aren't usually used to hearing me say things like that. But who gives a fuck, right? Does it even matter? We're gonna go to war. Maybe that's what it really is. Maybe I'm slowly losing my mind.
Yep.
I think I lost my mind.
If I may, just real quick.
Go ahead.
On a serious note, I have recently heard about the economy of China and how bad China is suffering.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
are.
And there are a few experts who deal with economy for countries and so on, and they were saying that in 10 years, China is going to be in serious, serious trouble. And it all has to do with the fact that they spend so much money on military, and the people starve. So that's why a friend of mine and I were talking, and he was telling me how, due to the fact that they're having such financial issues, if anything's going to happen warlike, it's going to be now. They're going to take the chance that they can with President Corpse. And as I said, that's why they sent the balloon over, and to see if America would do anything, and we did nothing. So that was a test. So China is testing us right now because they know they are in dire straits, and they know something's got to happen. They
I don't
gotta
like
do
that.
something. So what do they do? What are they going to do? What would the best thing for them to do, or would be go to war. And when you have an adversary like the United States who won't do anything because the administration is either China's they're in the pocket of China, or vice versa, which is the case with a certain political leader, or they're compromised, and they're just going to take advantage. They're going to take advantage of this opportunity of a president who is completely weak.
Yes, a inept leader. No doubt. We can all agree on that. Biden has been a stain for the American people. And I think that's how history is going to remember him, as being
stain on the sheets.
an accident. A stain on Hunter Biden's crack pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Mike, go ahead and plug away before we let you go here. And yes, we want to give you one of these. Thanks for being a part of the program.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks for playing. Thanks for selling your soul to Satan.
You got it, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening tonight. Michael, thank you so much, as always. I love being your co-host. And if you are interested in my book, still available, MikeHideous.com. Limited edition copies.
It's $9.95.
$9.95. Now, actually, it's $30 with shipping within the United States. So, yeah, please check it out if you will. Lots of pictures if you don't know how to read. And
Yes.
that's it. So, again, thank you very much. I had a great time as always. I can't wait till we do it again real soon.
You got it, my friend. We shall do it again on the other side. And I bid you farewell, my honky Italian Jew.
All right, Michael. I'll talk to you soon. All right, buddy?
You got it, brother. Take care. Be safe.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Mahalo. And there he goes, boys and girls. That was my co-host, the one and only Mr. Mike Hideous, a great friend, a great co-host, and all around a great guy. And my God, it is that time to pack it up and go home. You can't go home and you can't stay here, folks. That is true. Oh, yes.
It's amazing.
It really is amazing.
The Michael Decon program.
Right. Once again, boys and girls, I do want to thank you for hanging out with me here this evening. This concludes tonight's broadcast. It was a good one, a fun one. One that we won't really forget for a while now. Until the next one, that's when we'll forget. But once again, boys and girls, it was a fun time. We're here for kind of a long time, but a good time nonetheless. And I apologize for those folks out there who called in and I didn't answer your call. It happens. We're kind of on a roll here, having a good time. So I didn't take your phone call, but we will next time, I promise. And I might return possibly tomorrow or Saturday. We shall find out. And newer listeners out there, if this was your first time hanging out with us, My name is Michael Decon, and sometimes we have fun, sometimes we're serious, sometimes we're not. It's a variety show. We have a great time here. You're invited to return. Definitely subscribe if you can. We would like that. And much love and respect to all of you guys there out there in the chat room. I see you out there. And I want to thank all of you out there for hanging out and pressing play. Those of you on Patreon, bonus content added pretty daily now. Expect 1 to 2 episodes a week, maybe even more. Oh yes, that's patreon.com/Michael Decon. Go there, and that is where gold falls from the sky. There's some good stuff there, some funny stuff there, some dark stuff there, some serious stuff there, some mind-blowing stuff there. We got it all. We got your disease, as they say. And my God, it's almost, it already is 9 o'clock. I thought it was a little later, but yeah, right on time, folks, right on time. And it's so sad. It's so sad. I don't want to close out the night, but that's the way it goes here. We kind of ran out of time. Time is never on our sides, boys and girls. That's what I learned. But yes, take us on the road with you. Search the Michael Decon Program wherever you find your podcast that you listen to. That's where you'll find us, the Michael Decon Program. Do it now. It's much better than listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers on your local rock station. I mean, who really wants to listen to that shit? Yikes. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, that's a band that would make you want to do a Kurt Cobain after hearing that shit. And that's what you find out here in California. Every station playing their music nonstop. Ugh. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Green Day. These are bands that we need to get rid of them, folks. That we need to get rid of them worse than Hunter Biden. It's the truth. Once again, boys and girls, I wish you the very best no matter where you are on this island Earth. My name is Michael Decon, and I appreciate you joining me on this little ride. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night, everybody.